The best in the conference. Brad White, the coordinator, said he's the kind of corner who can just lock down his side of the field. Jackson Dart checks it down to Henry Parrish. Completion percentage behind Dylan Gabriel of Oregon right now. And right on cue, on target, first down and more as any team in the country. Dart given time by what they think is an improved offensive line. And a field goal. This is already longer than it took them to score in their last game against Georgia Southern when they scored on 2 plays in 31 seconds. Here's Trey. After a 12-yard gain, Dart, who's also an adept runner, wide open receiver. There's Harris, delivers a stiff arm. Defenders, especially Keyshawn Silver, the nose, slow to get back into the play. He was offside. School record 11 wins last year, and they're 4-0 this year. Under duress immediately. Henry Parrish driven back. 5 receivers spread the field for Dart. And he's going to go down back inside. 51 games, both losses to Alabama, including last year's SEC title game that kept Georgia out of the playoff. Quarterback draw for Dart.
Coming out of the helmet.
You and I have some hair envy when it comes to Jackson Dart. Hitting back to last year. Play fake. Here comes the rush. Dart throws it away.
Holding. Offense number 57. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's a problem here early.
Dart, play action pass, going deep for Harris. He had a step. An 11 catch, 225-yard, 2-touchdown game against Georgia Southern. Dart pressured again. On the run, hoping for a block just across their own 45. A blitz from Kentucky, and down goes Dart. Almost 25,000 students now on this beautiful campus and a great college town, Oxford, Mississippi. Jackson Dart, and it is incomplete. Dart hasn't had a completion since the opening drive. It was 5 for 5. The receiver, Parrish, didn't know. They had 83 yards on the first drive, 29 cents. Dart dancing. Has a long way to go to get the first down. Parrish.
Snapping it before they looked at it.
Dart, plenty of time. This time Harris moving open. And since he's been under duress regularly. This time given time. Short throw to Trey Harris. They've had the ball for fewer than 8 minutes.
Delay of game.
Wow.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, for the first time all year, they've gone 3 straight drives without scoring. And Dart,
Oxford,
just 31 years old. Dart trying to 3 plays. The fewest in the first half ever under Lane Kiffin.
Conference performer, and the guys in there in his absence have really stepped up.
They do play some zone, a lot of zone. Breaking a tackle, Parrish. They get to the line quickly. Jackson Dart again forced to pull it down. He's across the line of scrimmage now. And
Dip speed, but very elusive.
Completed his first 6. They get to the line very quickly. Harris could not.
Linemen are playing 6 or 7 consecutive snaps.
Parrish through a big hole. Might be a tired defense. Homecoming weekend here on the campus of Ole Miss. Their team down 10-7, but driving 2 seconds. 6th fastest in college football. And trying to speed it up here, getting a rhythm to start this second half. Clock goes to 15 before they shut the mic off, and they almost never get under 15 on the play clock. Loss of life, unfortunately, again. These Hurricanes get more and more powerful. Jackson Dart out wide to Trey Harris.
At the gate, they've held him in check for the most part.
He has 82 yards receiving on 7 catches. 30 shoulder looked at. On first down, Dart man open. A defender slip. Trey Harris. Big play.
Breaks it out. Defender slips in a big play.
J.Q. Hardaway, who's 200 pounds. Dart, Harris, immediate contact. And the ball's out. Matt Jones, Parrish. He got 4 on first down. Jackson Dart after the play fake. Checks it down to Jones. He bounces off a hit. Minute and a half to go, third quarter.
Out of the field, so Kentucky can't get fresh players on.
There's some hands on hips up front. They tried to send a blitz. Harris spinning around. Very rare they take the play clock that far down, and they do snap it. And Kentucky blitzes up the middle. Dart throws a dart on the run. Trey Harris on his way to the end zone. Touchdown. Sacked 3 times, all of those in the first half. Henry Parrish Jr. than a 2-touchdown favorite, leading by 4. Henry Parrish did run off the field under his own. 4 pass attempts for Dart against the blitz. No blitz here. Out in the flat. Caden Lee and Georgia and Alabama. Still 6:40 to go here. Ole Miss first down with Henry Parrish Jr., the running back. Didn't have anywhere to go inside. He couldn't get up.
The offense will have to play against an LSU in a couple weeks.
Third down and 3. They fake the pitch out wide, and Dart is second half of last season. Jackson Dart design run, and he's bottled up for a. It is very quiet here. Dart to the sideline streak. They're 1 out of 8 on third down, and this is the longest they've faced all day. Dart throws. 4-man rush. They don't get close to Dart, but he can't find anybody open. Throws on the run, and it is caught. And now they're in field goal range at the very least. Dart, single coverage, sideline over the head. First today. On 2nd and 10. Dart doesn't want to take a sack, get out of field goal range. He gets knocked. Flag down. Dart runs away from Weaver. Lost the football, but there is the flag.
Offside. The defensive end was in the neutral zone.
Wow. Dart, no rush. Takes the check down to Parrish. And he's run down to